Emerging technologies and learning. My vision of the future classroom. I'd like to begin by discussing the current situation based on what I have observed in today's classrooms. My experience is mainly based in the middle school setting, both in the Midwest and in Florida, as well as college experience. In today's classroom, most learning is teacher-directed. There are many strategies for collaboration, problem-based learning, technology integration, many professional development ideals that are coming along and many teachers are embracing, as well as the use of new technology, specifically apps in the classroom. However, I feel that many of these are never as fully utilized as they could be. Teachers are not as supported, and they quickly abandon what they have learned and return to the traditional setting of lecture, notes, group work, homework, tests, etc. There are not enough resources and accessibility for both teachers and students to successfully utilize the strategies and technological advances that are able to help them learn better. In addition, learners in today's classrooms are significantly more diverse culturally than ever before in American education. Based on constructivist point of view, experiences that students bring with them to the learning environment and their prior knowledge helps and affects the new knowledge that they are learning. Therefore, teachers need to scaffold new knowledge into this pre-existing schema that all learners already possess. The diversity that today's students bring to the classroom makes this harder and harder for teachers to do. The new technology that is available, that is being used in some classrooms, needs to be used countrywide and embraced by districts. My vision for the future classroom centers on learner-directed instruction. Teachers learn to embrace the role of planner and a facilitator. They guide students in their content areas. They also provide guidance and support the whole learner in social emotional learning and through understanding, motivation, and volition. To do this effectively, districts and schools need to support teachers with technology and learning about educating the whole child. As teachers learn to embrace the planning and management of innovative technologies, there will be more success in the classrooms, specifically with augmented reality, Web 2.0 tools, and flipped classrooms. Using technology to enhance instruction supports inquiry-based learning, personalized learning, game-based learning, as well as the maker movement, online, and flipped learning. It was difficult to choose one type of emerging technology that we have learned this semester. However, augmented reality really stands out as we have read. It seems to boost the motivation and creativity of students. Augmented reality utilizes mobile and context-aware technologies to bring content to life. There are two forms that are used, location-aware and vision-based. AR, or augmented reality, as a learning tool allows students to benefit from multiple perspectives and is based on situated learning and transfer. It's heavily influenced by constructivist learning theories. In constructivist theory, there are conditions that enhance learning, such as embedding learning in relevant environments, ensuring the learning experience is social, multiple perspectives are experienced by the learner, there are opportunities for self-direction, and metacognitive strategies are supported and facilitated. Situated learning theory states that all learning takes place in a context, and the quality of that learning results from the interactions among the participants, such as people, places, objects, and cultures. Transfer is an asset or a part of situated learning, and it is demonstrated when performance of a learning task leads to improvement for the real-world task. These learning theories align with augmented reality because they allow the learner to interact with content in a real-world, physical, and social context while providing guidance and scaffolding. A major criticism of today's learners stated in our text is that they cannot apply what they know to real-world situations, and augmented reality is a tool that helps solve this problem. The benefits of emerging technology and augmented reality are to bring this learner-centered classroom front and center. Using learner-centered technology such as augmented reality, where students could point their mobile device at something that the app recognizes and have a 3D animation or video show up and superimpose that image on the mobile device, brings learning to life. In general, when technology is used in the classroom to support learning, and the learning is centered on the students derive the content, the motivation increases. They are using outside resources. Autonomy and group collaboration are utilized. Some concerns that come to mind would be the lack of technological access in some areas. The motivation of some learners is also a concern. And the contradiction of this type of instruction to the current or traditional pedagogy that is in place in our classrooms. Specific to AR, the GPS limitations and internet connectivity available might be concerning. Flipped classrooms also shows some concerns. Some say it's not useful since the students don't have access to the necessary technology resources. And other feedback that I have read states that we are promoting more time in which students stare at screens. Another concern is of student cognitive overload, as students and teachers can be overwhelmed with complexity. This is a key issue that faces instructional designers of augmented reality. The goal is to start with a simple experience and for complexity to increase as the experience progresses. Finally, the support for teachers needs to be continued and available every day so that this technology is integrated and continued. Not just one professional development class experienced by one teacher at a time or a group of teachers, but continued support via in the classroom and with technology. Recommendations would be integrating technology in small steps so that educators are more likely to embrace it and utilize it. Another recommendation is to use flipped classrooms. This comes to mind first because it solves a practical problem that exists as far as attendance. Many attendance problems often result in decreased accountability for students. Using flipped classrooms, all students can work at their own speed, and class time can be spent on activities that most often fall to the wayside due to lack of time. Teachers can differentiate instruction via content, process, and product to meet the learners where they are, as well as facilitate motivation. Flipping a classroom is not simply posting videos to replace instructions, but to help present content and ideas in multiple ways. The flipped classroom individualizes learning by allowing students to work at their own pace. Students can review, they can work ahead. The teacher then has class time to complete activities that might often fall to the wayside. Finally, teachers need continued professional development in areas of motivation and social-emotional intelligence. Specifically, understanding the elements of human motivation and volition will help teachers utilize this process for designing lessons based on Keller's ARCS model. In the ARCS model, there are 4 categories that represent conditions necessary for a person to be motivated. They are attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. These categories are also the basis for the design structure, which is a 10-step process to develop motivational systems in schools and work environments. This 10-step model can be integrated with various subject area lesson planning structures, and I also see its relevance within the business field. and training purposes. In conclusion, the characteristics of 21st century students include they're digital natives. They are participatory and collaborative when interacting with information that is at their fingertips. They model and learn from each other well. These are skills that students can use as they work in partnership with their teachers who are embracing emerging technologies. Modern companies are also embracing and utilizing these technologies to work with the 21st century skills to take training programs out of the sedentary classrooms and onto the real job performance. However, these skills, they must be developed and integrated with the teaching of traditional skills that might be lacking, such as professionalism, work ethic, critical thinking, and problem solving. Utilizing emerging technologies combined with educating the whole child by understanding what motivates them and keeps them motivated will ensure that students, teachers, trainers, and employers all collectively benefit.